Hello and welcome to my channel. Glad you could take the time to watch. So grab a seat, get comfortable, and don't forget the snacks and drinks. And as always, like, subscribe, and comment. If you found these videos interesting and enjoyable, let's get into the subject. Welcome to Mysterious and Interesting Wonders in the Bible. The Bible is the Word of God. From Genesis to the Revelations, there are countless stories, lessons, and solutions being offered for the benefit of humanity. From the story of creation, to the downfall of man, to the call of Abraham, father of many nations, to the kings and prophets, all the way to the apostles and the final days of Earth's history, interesting facts and mysteries are revealed. A quick flyover the Bible reveals astounding claims, such as the claim that the earth was created by a divine, all-powerful being. The claim that human beings or mankind are fallen due to the disobedience of Adam and Eve in Eden, to even the claim that Eden is or was a real place. There are countless claims all throughout the Bible. The Bible is a fascinating book, and we are going to go through some of these wonderful and altruistic claims being made in the Bible. So let's get started with this wild and interesting claim of the Bible, the claim that the earth was created. To begin, kindly say a little prayer that you may understand these truths that are being shared, and that God may keep you from deception. The first book of the Bible, Genesis, was written by Moses. As a matter of fact, Moses wrote the first 5 books of the Bible. But in Genesis, there is the first wild claim. The claim of Moses through the Bible is that the earth that human beings coexist on was created by a divine being called God. In Genesis chapters 1 and 2, starting with the first verse, it says, "In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth was formless and void, and the darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. And God said, 'Let there be light,' and there was light." Genesis 1:1-3. Here is a wild claim that God created the earth. But I thought the earth just came about by some chance or by some cataclysmic accident millions or billions of years ago. Remember that the belief by some that the earth came about by chance or a cataclysmic occurrence is also a claim. Since none of us were there in the beginning of this earth, then none can really give a definite picture of what or how it was. But in the Bible, God through Moses carries us on eagle's wings to catch a glimpse of what the beginning was like. So why does it matter if the earth has a beginning or not? Or why should you concern yourself with knowing this information? Because it matters a lot. You see, the many claims made in the Bible are also what I call points or convergence of faith. At every claim you come about in the Bible, there are found 2 paths: the path of belief and faith, or the path of disbelief and doubt. To disbelieve that the earth was created by God does not harm or affect God that much, if at all. Yet it reveals a great deal about the inner workings of a person and sometimes even their eternal destinies. When I say to you, the earth was created by God, I've just made a wild claim. You, on the other hand, can choose to say, "Yeah, I believe that," or "Man, that's crazy talk. I don't believe that." In any case, it hasn't changed what I believe, just shows what your mental assent is at that time. So when Moses writes and makes that similar claim, it's up to every individual who hears, reads, or watches this claim to accept or reject it. Try this activity. Close your eyes, take a deep breath in, then out. Take another deep breath in, hold it few seconds, and let it out slowly. Try it 3 or 4 times. Still with your eyes closed and focusing on your breathing in and out, say it quietly and slowly. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Repeat that statement 3 or 4 times meditatively while focusing on your breathing exercise. You can pause the video, try the activity, don't skip it lest you miss its benefit, and continue the video after this activity. If you tried the activity, you would notice something fascinating. When you first quietly and slowly said the statement, it just sounded like a wild and crazy claim. The second time you whispered it, though, did you notice that within your mind or heart, you felt a little giggle or joy? almost as if your mind or heart says, "Yeah, that's true." Did you notice that? If not, don't fret it. Maybe you have already heard it before, or perhaps already believe it. But what's crucial is that did you at any point feel or sense your mind or heart or something kindle like a lighted torch that statement was true? You see, it's almost as if innately you do know or believe deep in your heart and soul that this wild claim is, could be, and possibly is true. That's because within each of us are left sparks of the divine called God, so that every time you conscientiously hear the word of God meditatively, it rings a bell. Like an epiphany, that spark left of the divine is referred to as the remains of the image of God in human beings. So whether you know it or not, whether you believe it or not, something within you informs you that claim is true. What does it mean then that God created the heavens and the earth? It simply means what it claims, that the heavens above us and the earth beneath us are as a result of someone or some beings making it. That someone or something is referred to as God. In the original language of the Bible, Hebrew, that title or term, God, is Elohim. That term, Elohim, is in its plural form, meaning it refers to two or more divine beings. Contrast it with the term Eloha, that means also God, but in the singular form. Thus, God, or the Elohim, reveals through Moses that he is not a solo being or the only divine being. Later in Genesis chapter 1, verses 26 to 28, God refers to himself in the pronoun us, showing that he is more than one being. In the second verse of the first chapter, you notice a character by the name the Spirit of God. Another emphasis that the God or the Elohim who created the earth and the heavens is not one being, but two or more divine beings. Isn't that just wonderful and beautiful? To know or realize that the so-called creator of this world, including our very beings, is more than one, a team, a group, or compound of divine beings. We have divine beings in the heavens who are for us and not against us. Astonishingly, it is revealed in the Bible that these divine beings all love human beings very dearly and oh so vastly. How did God create the earth? We find that answer in Genesis chapter 1, verse 3. Then God said, "Let there be light." Simple, isn't it? God said it, and it happened. He spoke the word, and voila, it came into being. David, in reflecting about the creation of the earth, said, "By the word of the Lord was the heavens made, and by the breath of his mouth all their host. For he spoke, and it came to be. He commanded, and it stood firm." Psalm 33, verses 6 and 9. God spoke the earth, the heavens, and the universe into existence. That is phenomenal, don't you think? Thus is revealed the reality that this God has creative power in his mouth. He can create the earth by just speaking it into existence, and he can create wonderful realities with his words. Here is another lesson. There is power in your mouths. As men and women, old and young, our words or what we say can have profound impacts. Since human beings were made in the image of God, and although sin has marred this image in humans, our words can be used either for good or for evil. No wonder Solomon later wrote that life and death are in the power of the tongue. Proverbs chapter 18, verse 21. So here is a hidden power that you may not have realized. You have the power to create beauty and life with your words, and you also have the power to create chaos and destruction with your words. Use your words carefully then. Knowing or realizing that God created the earth has three possibilities and meaning to your life. First, since the earth has a beginning, is it possible then that it could have an ending? We will look at that in upcoming videos, so stay tuned to learn more in the future. Secondly, the claim that the earth was created should give you the satisfaction and realization that you are valuable and important, and that there is a purpose for your existence. The fact remains that people naturally put thought and consideration into whatever they create. If Microsoft can create incredible operating systems, if Google can make awesome search engine, and if YouTube can be the largest online video sharing and social media platform, then the God in heaven can also create this wonderful earth. Since Google, Amazon, YouTube, and Microsoft all have a purpose that each serves, it must be correct to think in parallelism that the all-powerful God, who created the earth and the heavens, also has a purpose for your life. So say this to yourself in the mirror: I am fearfully and wonderfully made, and I am created with a purpose. Finally, since God can create any and everything with his words, and since you have an image of God within you, whether you know it or not, you also have incredible power within you. Even if you do not believe in this God, you still have a little part of God within you. You see, in the beginning, human beings were made with a breath of God and made from soil dust. Thus, remainders of the God still can emanate from people. A constant reminder that you are more, were made to be more than just a naughty, wicked, or bad person. Incredible powers has been granted to humanity. The power of speech. What separates human beings from animals, like our distant cousins, the apes, is that we can speak intelligibly. You can comfort friends, family members, partner or spouse, even a stranger with words, that you can also damage and hurt others with just your words. Friends, I propose to you today that knowing, realizing, and believing the claim that this earth was created, and as a result, that there is a purpose or reason for your existence, is the sure and proven way for living a life that is pleasing to the all-powerful Creator God. The earth was created by God. You were made for a purpose, and you have the power of the divine within you, and you can either show it through your actions or speak it through your words. You are made for greatness. As always, like, subscribe, and press the notification button to stay tuned to upcoming videos. See you next time.